All right, back here in the kitchen for Food City Friday, talking all things football tailgating with registered dietitian Kirby Moir this morning. And you know, we've kind of went from the grill to some of those side dishes that we need to go along with some of those great things we had on the grill.
Yes, we're remixing some classic craveable tailgating flavors.
Like it. Yes.
And anytime we can sneak in or get an extra vegetable on the plate, you know I'm going all in
She's
for that.
She's going to do it.
Yeah.
She is going to do it. Absolutely.
If I'm hosting tailgating, you know you're getting your daily serving.
You're going to get some vegetables.
That's right.
Yes.
So the first one is actually kind of thinking about like nachos or kind of our chips. These are just thinly sliced sweet potatoes. And you can either oven roast them or air fry them.
Okay.
They turn out really, really crispy, delicious. I like to do a little bit of like either ranch powder or do some like fresh dill on that when they're roasting. And then finishing off with a little bit of, you know, Greek yogurt ranch, our classic. We love Greek yogurt here also. We're getting that good.
Greek yogurt has so much protein in it.
It does.
Yes.
And if you like sour cream, it's a very comparable, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you could just thin that out with a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of water, and then that's going to be,
juice,
yes. And these are really that crispy, crunchy kind of thing that we're craving and looking for. So you feel like you're getting that traditional chip, but we're really getting that extra nutrition, vitamin A, vitamin C, and then fiber. So I mentioned a minute ago that protein was so essential. You know, it's going to help keep you full and satisfied. Fiber is going to stop us from maybe grazing quite as much. You're more likely going to slow down and say, hey, I'm full. I've had a good serving here. But this is a nice one.
You're not going to eat the whole bowl is what you're saying.
Yeah, and what I like to do, if you have like a mandolin or a sharp knife, you just thinly slice those the night before, and then they're ready to just pop in the oven.
And we recently got an air fryer at my house, and those things are awesome.
It's a game changer.
It really is. Folks, if you don't have one, I'm not trying to sell air fryers here, but they are really cool.
I could endorse that also, And what the thing is, you get that option without getting the extra oil or fat added in. And if not, if you have an oven, if you put it on convection settings, that's also going to replicate what that air fryer does. And then, of course, cheese dip.
Oh.
I think that's probably one of the hardest things. As I talk about, you know, you feel full, you stop. Cheese dip feels like it's the never-ending dish. And what we're going to do with this, we're not doing any cheese replacements or cheese hacks. What we're going to do is dilute that cheese dip.
Okay.
And what that means is we're going to add some extra fiber, some extra veggies in there. So actually, this has a can of roasted tomato, a can of, it might spill a little, that's okay. That's all right.
There we go. I want to see what it looks like.
Of white beans and then chopped bell peppers. There's actually 2 whole bell peppers in there.
Wow.
So essentially you're still getting the same maybe fat or calories from the cheese, but you're actually buffering by getting more fiber and essential nutrients in there.
Yes.
And people will not tell the difference. You just heat that cheese dip on the stove, add in the beans, and they'll actually cook and soften. And it makes it really like that thick.
So you didn't whip the beans up or anything to put in there?
They will just soften.
Okay.
And they're white beans, so that could be cannellini beans, anything like that is going to work well.
Like navy beans or something
We're
like that.
getting plant-based protein, and again, it's kind of like, I'm not completely removing this from the plate. It's what can I add to it? And then another great dippable option, salsa, which is going to be just, you know, blended vegetables, a little bit of salt in there, but then also guacamole, which is filled with fiber and heart-healthy fats. So if you're going to be serving, think about that concept I say all the time. What other extra nutrient-rich items can I add to my spread?
All right, now I was joking with Kirby during the commercial break that she was going to have to sell me on cauliflower tots.
I'm fine to do that.
I love tots. Don't get me wrong. I love tots. But cauliflower tots, tell us about them.
Anytime we're doing a vegetable alternative, I encourage people to think about it that you're trying a new food, not a replacement food.
Okay.
So I'm not going to lie to the viewers, this does not taste like a tater tot, but what it replicates is that texture and that crunch that we're looking for. These are actually in the frozen section at Food City. You can microwave them, but I recommend roasting them in the oven or the air fryer.
Get that crunchy on them.
And what's going to be different from doing these, this is almost like a buffalo wing, if you will, kind of take on that. It's going to add fiber, which we keep mentioning how essential that is. It's going to be lower in fat, but you're still going to get that flavor you're craving with that crunch. I will say, you know, cauliflower, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, they do have that kind of more pungent flavor. But I think by mixing it with the buffalo, it's like the perfect balanced bite.
And I don't want anyone to be mistaken. I love cauliflower. I love broccoli. I really do. I just didn't know about cauliflower tots.
Hey, we're spreading our wings,
expanding our horizons.
That's right. Yeah.
But we're going to come back. We got one more segment with Kirby coming up, and we're talking about tasty and nutritious tailgating. And if you want to find out more, go to foodcity.com.